The par function is an important parameter using which you can adjust the look and feel of your plot. But often, after changing the par settings to a certain look and feel, you might want to change it back to the default settings, and that may be a confusing process. In this video, you will see the right approach whenever you are playing with the par function. Let's go to R. Let's plot a basic plot with default settings first. Now this is how your plot looks if you don't set any custom settings in the par function. Now I'm going to set a custom setting with margin parameter as 8644, that is 8 lines in the bottom, 6 lines on the left hand side, 4 on the top and right hand side. And background color of the plot I am going to change it to wheat color. Now if I run this, notice here there is more space on the bottom and the left hand side, whereas on the top and the right hand side not so much. This was because we had set the mar argument as such. Now we have made some changes. I'm going to call this setting 1. Now I'm going to change the par settings one more time. Now suppose I want to have a slightly different margin. I'm going to increase the margin on the left hand side as well. Also I'm increasing the point size, point character and background color to brown one. This is the second setting. Now I'm going to change this setting, but right after changing this, I'm assigning the result to par setting 1. The reason is just before making the assignment, the par argument returns the previous setting. It sheds the previous setting and stores in a separate argument. So that I'm capturing in par underscore setting 1. Now, two things has happened now. Par has activated the new settings and the old setting is present in par underscore setting 1. Now if I plot this, it looks very different. This output is based on these settings. This is setting 2. Now if I want to go back to setting 1, I need to call par setting 1. This will directly apply the setting that I had stored just before calling this function, right? Now call par setting 1 and make this plot again. You will go back to setting 1 that I had set over here. This is the same setting. So this is essential for you to understand how par works, because you are going to run into this problem over and over again whenever you are going to work with base graphics. Now the setting has changed now, but we don't know what the default setting is. When we started off creating the very first plot, there was a default setting. Now how to go back to that? You can do that. You could have stored the par here itself. If I had stored that par setting here itself before I made the setting, I could have stored the original setting in this step itself. But here we did not do it. So instead, what you can do is run dev.off function. This will basically turn the plotting device off. And then after doing this, whenever you are calling the plot function, the plotting device means the mechanism that is creating these plots for us in the background, right? That is what we are calling as plotting device. That device restarts from scratch and makes the new plot again. Let's do that and see how it works. Now device.off, after running this, the entire plot goes off. Now run this. It will start from scratch and you get your original setting back. This is key to understand if you are working with base graphics.